conservationist Greg Carr, the founder of the Gorongosa Restoration Project, 1 million acres of wilderness in central Mozambique, where I'm sitting right now, was once asked to attend a glamorous conservation conference in New York to talk about the secrets of what had transformed a once war-torn and devastated landscape into one of Africa's highest density, thriving, intact landscapes. As the audience sat there, they were expecting answers about law enforcement, policy, infrastructure. And Greg said, the future of African conservation comes down to 3 words. And the audience waited. More guns, more rangers. What was he going to say? And he simply said, girls in school. The Gorongosa Restoration Project, described as Africa's greatest wildlife restoration story, is in fact not really a story about wildlife at all. It is a story about people. And the truth is, the future of conservation on this continent is entirely a story about people as well. It is the choices that we as people make on policy, on infrastructure and investment. It is the choices that we make on where to build our cities, our roads, our railways. The choices that we make on our resource use, how much we choose to consume, and how much we choose to create. So, what choices has Gorongosa made? Well, firstly, it was the choice of one man to spend his wealth not on the next yacht or mansion, but on the future of one of the hardest hit and most vulnerable places on the planet. It was the choice of so many people to dedicate their lives to bringing this landscape back to life. So what is the Gorongosa Restoration Project? It is a multi-decade partnership between the Mozambican government and the Greg Carr Foundation, with a mission to generate prosperity for local communities while protecting the rich biodiversity of 2 million hectares of Africa's Great Rift Valley. So how does the Gorongosa Restoration Project do its work? Well, for every dollar spent inside the park, at least 4 are spent outside it. The project already works with more than 100 schools. It is building 100 new preschools. We work on health, education, science, social infrastructure, community relations, forestry, conservation, and tourism. And at the centre of it all is the belief that there is no future for Africa's iconic wildlife and no future for its wild landscapes if we do not put people at the centre. The late Jane Goodall spoke powerfully about choice. She said, "What you do makes a difference, and you decide what kind of difference you want to make." I think about this in the context of Gorongosa. Imagine the difference. I call it the dividend that has been created over the past 20 years. Money that could have been sitting, generating a financial dividend a few percentage points a year, has instead been working to create a human and wildlife dividend. Can you imagine if we could calculate that dividend? The millions, the tens of millions of plants that have germinated and flourished as a result. The insects that have hatched. The young creatures that have been born and thrive. National parks have historically suffered from a perception problem. They have been seen as only islands of animals. They are not. If invested in correctly, they are engines of job creation, economic growth, climate stability, and social justice. I'm a conservationist, passionate believer in the importance of Africa's wild places. But I'm also a father of 2 young girls. And so, for me, it is also very personal to think about all these beautiful little children that grow up on the edge of Gorongosa National Park. And all those people that are being given a chance, are being given options and choice and future, but also the ones that are not yet being reached here in Mozambique, but also across the continent. And being here is it's bittersweet, because you realize how much agency we do have, how much choice we do have to make these decisions and make these changes and create these incredible impacts in giving people a chance. But you also see the reality, how far we are from achieving that for everyone across this beautiful continent. The injustice of it for so many, and the trajectory that we're on. But I do want to end on a message of hope. I think that is, of anything, the message that the Gorongosa Restoration Project sends. One of hope. And we can do it. We are doing it. With the right investment, the right partners, the right choices. Make incredible change. Create the most unbelievable impacts. Bring joy and happiness to both people and wildlife. Clean air, productive soils, a stable climate, job opportunities, and economic empowerment. And that is a future worth fighting for. Thank you.